Welcome, everyone. My name is Scott Montrell. I'm the advisor of the National Honor Society. With that, I'd like to turn things over to our principal, Laura Norris.
Good evening, and once again, welcome to the 12th Annual Banquet of Academic Excellence. This is one of the most exciting evenings of the school year. We'll be celebrating the academic achievements of your young people. We will honor one of our graduates who has had outstanding accomplishments in society. And finally, we'll acknowledge the scholarship, character, leadership, and service of a number of our students by inducting them into NHS. It's safe to say that every honoree this evening has been supported by a parent, other family member, or trusted adult. I'd like to take a second to thank you, the parents, by giving a round of applause because you've instilled the importance of education into each of these students' personal value systems. Thank you so much. In conclusion, I want to thank you for allowing us to work with your young people. Every faculty member here at Groton is truly honored to have the opportunity to teach and support your students. But I think they are also excited to see the promise that each of these young lives represents. Thank you for your attendance and enjoy this evening.
Please take a moment to reflect silently on what has made it possible for you to reach this point and join us here tonight. I would now like to invite our VIP guests to exit through the back entrance over here on the left and to receive your dinner.
Good evening. I was very proud to nominate Dr. Chad Higgins as a Hall of Fame inductee, and here is why I did so. A few years ago, I ran into Chad in a funeral home. We greeted one another warmly, and then he said to me, "Mrs. Twitchell, I say your name every day." I replied, "That is very strange." "Why would you do that?" Chad's answer blew me away. He explained that following high school, he went on to college and had attended Johns Hopkins University, where he had earned his PhD in fluid dynamics. In 2007, he was offered a position by the Swiss government to predict avalanches in the Alps. And having not taken French since high school, he took the position based on the grounding he had in the French language as my student in the 1990s. He also told me that because he had traveled to France on one of my student tours and that we had driven through the Alps, he felt a familiarity with that region and he believed he could live there. In fact, he did live there for 4 years, recalling the French he had learned 11 years previously, so he could rent an apartment, purchase food, and go about life in a French-speaking country. I find that extremely adventurous, incredibly courageous, and absolutely amazing. Certainly worthy of a nomination for our Hall of Fame. Last year, when I made contact with Chad, now a professor at Oregon State University, with the intent to nominate him for this award, this very gentle, humble guy, whom I knew way back when as a quiet but confident student, began to tell me about all that he had been up to since graduating from Groton. As I was jotting down the list of his achievements, we thought it best for him to just send me a copy of his CV, since all of the information I needed was already in written form. When I opened the document, I was blown away again. His 12-page resume includes the following. He has been published over 40 times. He has taught 20 credit-bearing and 8 non-credit courses. He has made nearly 30 presentations to his peers, probably more than that now, relating to geophysics. He has advised over 40 graduate and undergraduate students, and he reviews articles for 18 scientific journals. The list of his achievements does not end there, but I think you get the idea. Dr. Higgins is an inspiration. I am sure that as he sat in my classroom more than 20 years ago, he did not know where he would end up or what he would achieve. And I am humbled by the thought that I played a small part in his fantastic journey. Félicitations, Chap. So reconnecting with Joan and Bill Higgins, Chad's parents who are here tonight, I learned that they also are former graduates, alumni from Groton Central School. So it's a bit of a homecoming for them as well, and it's been a pleasure reconnecting with them.
So here to physically receive Dr. Higgins' plaque is his mother. Hold that
I'm ready.
We're all set.
All right. So I can't see anybody, but I imagine we're full of people that are young and excited for the most part. Thanks, Mrs. Twitchell, for that introduction. But I was thinking about my time at Groton, and out of all the instructors at Groton, I have to say, you were the only one that sent me to detention. More than once. So, I might have learned something from that. I don't know if I really deserved that. I should say, and I should start out by saying how honored I am that I was selected for this award, and I am deeply honored. But the truth is that this recognition has kind of taken me aback in some ways. You see, this award, it got me thinking about a lot of things that I probably shouldn't be thinking about. In particular, am I even qualified to be virtually here talking to you about my life or what I think? Do I legitimately have any wisdom to impart on a generation of young people whose toes are just curled over the edge of life's diving board? I took some time and I took some deep thought and careful reflection, and I finally was satisfied with my answer that no, I'm absolutely no, I'm really not qualified at all. But that was actually not the hard realization, because I can certainly talk for 10 minutes about anything and hopefully not be an embarrassment. The most disturbing bit was it got me thinking about some of the things I've done, and it forced me to ask myself an important question: was I ever qualified to do anything that I've ever done? And I came up with the same answer, that no, I really wasn't qualified at all. And I was never really the best at anything, I just did what I could. So I ask you a rhetorical question: how the heck am I here, virtually, in front of you as a giant floating head, while perpetually being unqualified and never being the best at any one thing? And I decided that the answer to that question would be my message to you. So I first consulted some contemporary philosophers, and I hope you can see my cartoon here. So there's this cartoon. Okay, can you read this thing?
Yes.
All right. And the punchline is underneath. I'm kind of like this guy. We have the same haircut. There'll be a story about that later. Was I just lucky about all of this, or was there something more? I'll give you my thoughts. And I'm just going to get to the punchline really, really fast. I'm going to give it away. My thought on this whole thing is nobody can see the future, and we can never know the thing that's going to lead to opportunities in our life, or anything that might have long-lasting impacts. In fact, everything that ever happened to me started as something very innocuous and ended up being something more. All we can do is increase the chances that we might have opportunities and other potential successful pathways. And the only thing we can do to increase the potential pathways is to have a diversity of skills and knowledge and experience that we possess. And the only way you can do that is to lifelong learn and never stop learning and growing as a person. It's not enough to be the best at any one thing or have a singular blind vision for anything. To do so is a fallacy in this comic, to a point where there is only one path to success for that stick figure. If you distill your life's worth and existence into a single thing, it's easy to see your path filled with hurdles that you must overcome. Graduating from high school, going to college, getting promoted, getting savings, getting through next week, getting that assignment in, just passing the next test. But if you do that, you're selling yourself short, because we can't foresee the future. That singular path that we have in front of us might be a dead end. And even the most skilled people can end up typecast or painted into a corner. A particular Groton reference, if you want to look up the history of Groton, is even the most skilled typewriter designer in the world is probably out of a job today. So I don't think of life as a mere set of hurdles to race over. Rather, it's more like a set of Legos that you build anything you want with. And those pieces aren't anything but skills and experience that you can grow and possess. The bigger your collection of pieces, the more opportunities you can build for yourself. And for me, my game plan has always been never to be quite the best at anything, but to always acquire more pieces so I could build bigger things. And everybody in my life taught me something and gave me a piece that I've taken away, from the great teachers at Groton, to my parents, to the mentors I've had through college and beyond. Even comics, games, movies, you can learn something from anywhere. And the key was to purposefully recognize and seek out the chances to learn something new, even if I wasn't qualified. All right, so that's it. Now I'm going to start a little story to tell you how this happened in practice. I'm going to start in the middle. About 10 years ago, I was finishing school, and I had been in school for years and learning about engineering and fluid mechanics, and I was looking for the next thing. And the standard path for me would have been to go to an engineering firm, or to go design planes, or do something that I was preparing for my whole life to do. But instead, I saw an intriguing opportunity at Switzerland, and they were looking for someone to predict avalanches, because on average about 5 people die a week from avalanches in the winter there in the Alps. And it turns out the basic equations and physics of avalanches has something to do with fluid mechanics, but not exactly. And they were looking for something, they were looking for someone. They were looking for someone that could be competent in this, but they also needed someone who could speak French a little bit. And they needed someone who wasn't afraid to work in -20 and shovel snow out in the field. And, my French wasn't the best of all the applicants, but it was good enough, thanks to Mrs. Mitchell. And I wasn't the best mountaineer out of all the applicants, but I was pretty robust and had a lot of experience in shovel snow, thanks to Dad. And my math background was enough that I could learn quickly in time for the interview the basics of what they wanted me to know. And that combination, that set of Legos that I could build for myself, was unique enough and got me hired for that job, even though I'd never predicted an avalanche before in my life, and I had actually no clue how to do it until a couple of months later. And that, was parlayed into a hydrology gig, and then I ended up teaching in French there for a little while, and ultimately got the skills that got me the job where I am currently. This has been the pattern of my life. Everything has just been a shift from one thing to another where I simply wasn't qualified, but I was ready because I had a set of skills, and I put them together purposefully, and I can combine them in a unique way. And as long as I kept the right attitude about it, I could learn on the job and was ready to grow for the next thing. So, the second thing is sometimes not knowing something has impacts on your life. And this story is for you, Madame Kuchel. Sometimes not knowing something can have unforeseen consequences. So I learned enough French to be Higgins. And I was in Switzerland a couple weeks, and then a month. And at some point I started looking pretty shabby. And I had to go get a haircut. But it turns out, in French class we learned a lot about how to order food and how to have a conversation, but we never learned haircuts vocabulary. And so when I went in for a haircut, I thought I could bluff my way through it. I was wrong. I asked for petit coupe, and I actually had long hair at that point. And I left like this, which is what I asked for, but unknowingly so. And I kept it as a reminder of sometimes you can not knowing can have consequences. That's also looks okay. But I had this haircut because Mrs. Twitchell didn't teach me about how to.
Guess what's on next week's test?
So, yeah. She's probably telling you now that she did, but I can't hear it. So that's I could go on with many stories about how random combinations of things led to opportunities, and I was able to take that path. But the only reason I could ever take any path was because I learned something about something and applied it to the next thing. So I guess my biggest message to all of you who are in honor society or in high school right now, and even the young at heart in the audience, the key is to never stop learning. Because acquiring skills is just a game of accumulation. They're not perishable. The more you have, the more useful you can be. And you'd be surprised what knowledge and skills have a great impact on your life. Many times I had no idea why one thing was going to lead to another. I never anticipated that French would be an important part of the decisions to do anything. It would just maybe be cool to be a cultured person or something. So don't stop learning. Keep growing. There is no such thing as a jack of all trades but master of none. There's only jack of all trades that are masters of some. So I wanted to say before I close that I really appreciate all the people in my life that have taught me things, including the great instructors there at Groton, including my parents who taught me all manner of things about hard work. And my wife too, who taught me about balance. So thank you so much for this award. I'm deeply honored, and I think that's all I have to say. Sounds good.
I would like to present our plaque to the parents of Dr. Chad Higgins, Mr. and Mrs. William Higgins.
Yeah, thanks, Scott. Okay, yeah, I'm gonna be in town in a couple weeks, so if there's a time to stop by, I might do that.
Yeah, absolutely. I'll email you.
All right, cool.
One more thing. His wife Patty also graduated from Groton. Please tell her hello. Bonjour.
Oh yeah, I will.
Okay, thanks.
I will.
We would next like to honor our Scholars of Achievement for the 2016-2017 school year. These students achieved grade point averages of between 90 and 94.9 and received their certificates at the door. Scholars, please stand when your name is called, and please hold all of your applause until the call ends. Erica Alexander, Julia Bellensaw, Caleb Goodwin, Mason Reynolds, Shariah Payne, Holly Dunham, Kate Mildred, Alyssa Willis, Elijah Greek, Kinsey Townsend, Cameron Hamilton, Jalen Harriet, Maya Liederman, Lauren Reeves, and Amanda Willis. 10th grade, Cheyenne Hendrickson, Mercedes Muzzy, David Coos, Maggie Ossett, Allison Haskell, Sadie Royce, Jordan Houston, Reese Lockwood, Adam Crump, Kayla Frazier, Kristen Pollock, Rachel Jerzik, Kelsey Murdoch, Mackenzie Perkins, Jordan Rankin, Christy Sinclair, Richard Moore, Caleb Reynolds, Morgan Rosellen, Amanda Empson, Thomas McDougall, Brian Tallman, Dominic Chapman, Jonathan DeForest, Kyle Hauser, Caitlin Norman, Andrew Rhodes, Cordell Reamer, Hart Servant, Brooke Barnes, Nick DeBrune, Josh Goodwin, Tyler Banfield, Victoria Ensign, Nat Gombas, Paul Brecht, Mariah Hendrickson, Catherine Jenks, and Gabrielle Russell. Congratulations. 21st National Day, and our superintendent of schools, Margo Martin.
Can everybody hear me in this mic? Yes? Okay. So Scott sent me this message and asked, if I would say a few words, and I'm nowhere near an eloquent speaker as our guest of honor was, and I'm going to bring it down to terminology of somebody who did not go to school for a lot of years, does not have her doctorate. But I kind of look at life's accomplishments, and I think when I was young, we have this image in our mind of great people doing great things and it being this instantaneous, course of action that is taken. And the reality of that is most people who do great things did it through a long process. I remember, because it was only a few years ago that I was graduating from high school, and I remember saying to myself, in 4 years I'm going to get my college degree, and I'm going to land a job. They're going to be begging me to work for them. I'm going to be making 6 figures within a couple of years, and within 5 years they'll realize they can't live life without me in the corporate world. It was a great story, and I think it would make a great Disney film. I'd love to star in it, but the reality of it is accomplishments don't come like that. So I said, okay, let me put this in terms that I can relate to and that maybe all of you can relate to. So I said, great people have done great things through the Weight Watchers diet plan. I'm still working on my grade, okay, so give me a break. I haven't gotten there yet. But anyway, you start Weight Watchers or you start any diet plan, and initial pounds come off quickly that first week. It's water weight, but we don't tell everybody it's water weight. We just brag that I lost 6 pounds in 1 week. And you're pretty excited about that. So it certainly gives you this confidence boost, like I can do this. I can lose this weight. This is something, a task that I've taken on that look at the success I've already had. I'm a quarter away to my goal in 7 days. This is amazing. I think certainly that the successes you've had early in your school career were like that water weight, right? Graduating kindergarten, that's losing water weight. Let's be honest, right? So then you go the first couple of weeks. So now we're going into, you're still living off of that high of 6 pounds in the first week. You're driving, on your diet. You're staying disciplined. You're feeling, pretty good after the first week. The motivation that's keeping you going in week 2 and week 3 is that mindset that you got. I can stick to this plan because I'm going to lose 6 pounds at the end of week 2. Not exactly, but you do lose some weight. And I would say that tonight you are here celebrating your initial success in your young academic career. You're in your first few weeks of your diet, and things are going really well for you. But then a month or 2 goes by, and anybody who has dieted before can relate to this. All of that weight loss, you drop a dress size, and people start to notice you. They comment on your transformation. Hey, you lost weight. But really inside you're glowing because you are achieving something. You are working towards something. It's taking you some time. But people are noticing that you are accomplishing something, a goal that you've set for yourself. Your weight loss in that manner is graduating from high school. You've gone a couple of months, you're looking good, and people are noticing the transformation inside of you. Months 3 to 6. It's funny we had this conversation today, right? They're fraught with temptations to just indulge once or twice. Wings and pizza, once or twice is going to be okay. Do not get up, go to the gym a couple times, it's gonna be okay, that's all right. I got this, I lost 6 pounds in 1 week. I can do it again. And then you get on the scale and the scale shifts in the opposite direction. I kind of think that's where you're headed, that's college life. You're gonna face temptations, you're gonna face adversity. Maybe a particularly challenging course, you might not perform your best, might not lose any poundage that week. You might gain, go in the wrong direction. So Weight Watchers is here to help you out. You can quit the program and come back at any time. Free startup costs, just the price of food, and you'll throw in a free shake. So you get back on the plan because anybody who is dieting knows that this is a journey. It's not something that's going to happen overnight. And successful diet plans acknowledge that obtaining your ultimate goal in life is a process. You're going to stumble. You're going to have faults. You're going to have miscues. But if you stay committed, if you reflect on those setbacks and say, what can I do differently down the road to get back on track and to get back meeting my personal goal of dropping those 2 dress sizes, you are going to move the numbers down the scale, and you're going to end up like our guest speaker. He didn't plan any of that. He didn't take French knowing that he was going to go study avalanches in Switzerland, not knowing anything about avalanches. I think that his message to you today is a very sound one. Don't give up. Build on your successes and your failures, because you never know when there's a petite, right? I didn't take French, but the short haircut, right, can turn into, you think it's an awful thing, like you say, oh my gosh, I just wanted you to clip my hair and you bust my head off, right? That can turn into actually a very powerful moment for you. So those are my words of wisdom to you on a Berkshire scale. So that's what I'm about. So congratulations to all of you. It's a great honor to be here tonight. It's so exciting to celebrate. We're about to announce people with 95 plus averages. I was sitting over there. I didn't quite make this count. It's close. I missed it by a point or 2. So I'm more than duly impressed that with everything, I look around the room and the faces I see here, you aren't just students. So it's even more impressive because I know you're involved in so many other things, yet you're balancing all of it and being as successful as you are. So kudos to all of you. I mean, really, stand tall tonight. Really, it's amazing. You dropped your water weight. We've noticed your dress size for some of you that are seniors. Okay, but don't stop. Right? This is not the end. We need to keep going.
Awards, and we'll start with Hannah Epson. Jason Rosenberg Jr. Morgan Dittman. Todd. Turner. Colin Harrington. Zoe Barclay. Leah Bernhardt. Yasmina. Taya Hicks. Brittany Stanley. Thomas Buckley. Jason Phillips. Leslie Thompson. Brooke Purcell. Sarah Willis. Logan Roberts. Scott Salk. Brennan Botzer. Lucas Goodwin. Sydney Reeves. Hayden Allen. Grace Kidman. Paige Graham. Clinton Morton. Maureen Nygaard. Nancy Corcoran. Emily George.
Scholars of Distinction with prizes from around our community. We're going to start with Leah Bernhardt. Your name is called and you come up front and receive one of the prizes. Jay Van Volkenberg. Kaylin Todd. Brooke Brecht. Casey Hall. Zoe Barclay. Macy Corcoran. Brooke Twitchell. Sydney Reeves. Lily McCormick. Thomas Buckley. Grace Dittman. Alyssa Thompson. Marie Nygaard. Colin Harrington. And that'll be all. The following are the senior members of National Honor Society. We would like to honor each of them and thank our parents for the years of love and dedication that have brought us this far. Seniors, please come forward when called. Parents, please stand. Jaden Allen, Paul Brecht, Macy Corcoran, Grace Dittman, Emily George, Catherine Jinks, Sydney Reeves, and Hope Twitchell. And so we conclude the 12th Annual Banquet of Academic Excellence and 2017 Distinguished Graduates Hall of Fame inductions. National Honor Society will be inducting its new members in the auditorium immediately following this event. Anyone who wishes to attend this ceremony is welcome to do so. We would love to have you.